pregame homestand here in Sacramento. It's the Nuggets and the Kings on NBC Sports California.
Lobby, Sierra and Temple up front. Meanwhile, for Denver, they have Jamal Murray back in the hotel. So 1 of 2 for Scal. And that's too easy, a layup. And
right at the start, obviously, not solid D there. Very difficult shot, but Scal made it. Probably a little things he does very well, but not necessarily the best. I always think his passing really is the key to this team's offense.
you know what's interesting? Now Harris, and that's 3 layups for the Nuggets already in this game.
One of the more underrated players in the league, and the Kings fans probably pretty aware of that by now.
And there's Zach Randolph, also not playing for the...
Yeah, another outstanding player that's been a tough cover for the Kings over the years.
There's Barton.
Yeah. Well, the Nuggets have
gone by here in the first. And Fox blows by the Denver defense.
Yeah, the air.
Now Hill with the side pop.
Yeah, good aggressive.
3 is rebounded by Cauley Stein. Here's Fox and put it in the book and send them to the line. Thought about going to the posting for Reed and now into the corner. Here's Murray. The draw and kick for a 3. Nicely done, and there's Harris.
Going to be a player, I think.
And the Kings turn it over, and here is Barton, and Temple fouled him, and that's going to be an up.
I'm confident next year should be a good year for him.
Here's Fox, and the setup. Oh, what a nice pass.
Beautiful. Had a terrific move by the rookie.
And here's the steal. Hill. And Cauley Stein evens the game at 1. With a foul there, Bogdanovich, I thought, fouled Moutier. Here's Hernan Gomez. Block, and that's off of Denver's head, out of bounds. It hit
by Double K, just wham-bammed it right off the top of Hernan Gomez.
It's in 30 seconds. Here's Moutier. Moutier into the lane. Blocked again by Koufis.
Watch this nice move here. Moutier thinks he's got a basket.
It's an air ball. A lead for Malachi to the basket, and he scores, and Sacramento has the lead. Moutier almost lost it, and he just does save that ball to Lyles. And they score with 0.6 of a second on a broken play.
I mean, it's going to take a while, but that's what I want to be here for, just to kind of just get in his ear and just say, hey, stick with it. He just this motivation and confidence. He would go in instead of say, hey, I trusted my form.
And you know, you have to shoot it in. You can't will it in.
Yeah. There's Frank Mason willing that one.
In our minds, we feel like we're better than we are. And sometimes you are, but sometimes when you're on a different team, your role may change and someone go in, and it didn't just go in. That was all net, and that's very positive for him.
You know, and I wonder, Jerry and I talk about this all the time as you see Jokic, is how much it would help if Bogey could get to the foul line and get a feel from the line when he's struggling.
100%. 100%. Those are the best, so he just has to continue to be aggressive. And just like for Scal earlier, I like the fact that he got fouled, got to the free throw line, and he works his way out towards the three-point line when he's in a rhythm.
And Barton banks it home.
Tough shot. And that's what we want. We just want to get a good look, and we're getting that, obviously. Yep. And our turnovers are down. It's just we're not getting them to go in. And
39-31.
Ooh.
And
it's off the hands of Fareed. He
Sometimes
said it's 33.
I was going to say, I always enjoyed just practices when Jay Will was here.
There he is.
There he is.
Everything's new to him. And here's a 2-on-1. Temple with Bogdanovich. And put it in the book and send him to the line.
Short or we push or whatever.
Yeah, you don't have the legs under you then.
Exactly. And so that's the mental part of it, like we talked about.
Boy, I'll tell you, ever since George Hill got me.
See that. We have that conversation all the time. When I was at home, I was sending a text message to anybody on our bench, whoever I could get a hold to tell them this.
But that's great. Here's the steal. George Hill. Fox. Back for Hill. He's open.
That's what it is. It's just part of the game. I think that we as athletes we struggle with, or we put we let get to us just because that's just who we are. We want to be the best. For sure.
Shot clock at 5, and that pass
That's why I quit playing golf. I didn't trust myself.
There's Zach Randolph.
Hey, when will you?
A few more threes. They only have 2 for the game.
Yeah, they really almost need to search for him a little bit. That's one thing the Nuggets will do.
There's Jokic. That's the new NBA. Talking about Paul Millsap, who's got a sprained wrist. Hard to believe that he was taken 47th overall when he was drafted. There's Zach Randolph.
Yeah, it's one of those things that Vince Carter was in. It was a whole lot of terrific players. The only mistake in the draft was the number 1 pick, Michael Oladipo.
Yep. And that
another look at George Hill here. Gets by Murray, gets hit on the arm, so he knows the whistle's going to come. And has
Jokic on Hill, and Hill now goes up top. Randolph all the way. Zach scores.
That was a Zach.
And we take the lead. Jokic straight on 3. And that now gives him 12.
Very tough to cover.
Fox into the corner for the open Hill. There is the big fella underneath. The kick out for Harris in the angle 3. Good pass by Jokic, boy.
Well, he sees a
Martin. Well, he left the ball and he scores. 68-61.
It happened.
3 out of
4 with the long ball is Martin.
And there's the little shot by Costa.
Terrific performance all around.
And no good, but Jokic is there as both Fox and Kufis went to pick
ball and some hustle play.
And Bogdanovic with a 3.
Yeah, it's great to see Bogey.
Short memory if you're a shooter in this league.
Yes, you do. I mean, and a lot of confidence.
Well, right now, Denver's starting to really heat up on offense.
Well, and nice driving play by Emmanuel Mudiay.
And there's Frank Mason to cut it to an 11-point game, but 20 seconds left.
With the 3 ball, 44% with the long one.
And boy, what a game for Costa Kufis.
Yeah, Costa.
Darren Fox now with 9 points.
Just dribbling the ball down the floor and shooting.
There's Murray. Boy, nice job by Murray. That was beautiful. There is Plumlee.
Got a rebounding again, hurting the Kings.
Oh boy, Gary Harris.
And you give Gary Harris second chance opportunities. You
looked at Bill Kennedy as if to say that's foul. And Hill gets the 3 to fall. And there's an 11-point game, 8-77. Murray, and that's one much.
You shouldn't see it much.
Bad pass. Picked off by Hernan Gomez. And he scores. And
if that can happen quick, needs to.
10 on the clock. Frank Mason. 92 things in that department along with George Hill.
Yeah, very unselfish play by Zach there to give close to that easy shot.
And that's going to be N1.
Excellent shot.
You know what's nice about him? He'll make a bad play, and then in the next possession, he'll make a great play. It's almost like the last play.
Play the next one. And boy, the Nuggets are just going to make all their threes, it appears.
And there's Frank Mason. 5 minutes remaining here in the 4th. Jokic. And he banks it home, and now Jokic has been shot by Randolph. Jokic, the alley-oop, and the finish. Now, what touch for a big man to throw the ball like that, huh?
Because he knows about borrowing.
That could be a big item over in Serbia. Well, everyone's hitting threes now. In the 4th. And there is Justin Jackson. Hernan Gomez. And that pass behind Labissiere. Look at Frank Mason, though. Keeps the hustle. Boy, you just got to love that. You know, the score, the game's over. Frank. There's Fox. 3 ball. Darren Fox. And that's now 12. And that will do it. The Denver Nuggets win their 10th game of the year. And the Kings now go to